Hello, my name is Tia, also known as Costume Fiend, because I'm both evil and excessively fond of dressing up. Every once in a while, I'll doubt my own geekiness and nerdiness, and I do what I tell other people not to do, which is put a quantity on how much media you have to consume before you can call yourself a fan. In the past, I never really considered myself as a Zatanna fan, despite the fact that I've cosplayed as her a few times, read a comic or two that she was featured in, and have watched some of the DC TV and movies she's appeared in. So yeah, with all that in mind, despite the fact that I haven't read every Zatanna comic or everything she's appeared in, I will still call myself a fan of the character. In fact, I recently picked up a copy of the new Zatanna comic, and I've been enjoying it so far. I love Javier Rodriguez's art style, and I feel like it fits well with the character. There are a few pages that are just really lovely to look at regardless of the text, though like I said, I am curious about the direction the story will take. In part because of the pieces of media I know Zatanna from largely show her as having a good relationship with her father, and in this series that doesn't seem to be the case. In fact, mild spoilers, but she kind of made him disappear as a kid. I know that for some people, certain characters are really precious to them and they will hate any and all changes made, whether they're good or bad. I'd be lying if I said I don't have characters that I feel that way about. However, the part of me that loves a good story and is at times able to ease up a little bit with my favorites and is open to the possibilities. Um, kind of likes, when people can do a good job at that. In the case of Zatanna's new series, it definitely helps that she still feels like Z. Despite the fact that her relationship to magic is at the moment negative, there's still a playful energy, and even though she insists that she doesn't do magic, she did for some reason still become a stage magician, so you can lie to the people, but you can't lie to yourself. Also, I did mention the art was awesome because it's awesome. All the cover art is great too. It was kind of tough deciding which ones I wanted to go with. In any case, I didn't just want to talk about the new comic though. What I like about the character in general is kind of also on my mind. I kind of hinted at this above, but generally speaking, Zatanna usually has a fun loving side to her. There's a reason why she's a stage magician for her superhero 9 to 5, and I think that combined with her charisma, it's also because of her connection to magic in general. Her non superhero job allows her to stay connected to something that's deeply a part of her, but she's also got bills to pay, so it does come at the cost of a ticket. That too is actually a part of the character that I like because it sets her apart from the typical noble hero model and makes her feel more real. It'd be nice to have powers and be able to help save people for free, but the fact is, most of us aren't billionaires and we still live under capitalism, so monetizing your magic is arguably the smarter choice, to be honest. This also sets her apart from other magical users that are typically depicted as trying to keep their true powers hidden. Zatanna doesn't really have anything to hide, at least not in that regard. Another thing I like about the character is her overall appearance. I say overall because she's a comic book character and has appeared differently depending on the artist. I personally usually use Sofia Boutella as a reference when I draw her and give her purple eyes, so even though DC loves characters with black hair and blue eyes to the degree that should possibly be studied, aside from those basic traits, I do like that her outfits are also magician slash performer inspired. Given that, like I just said, DC has a lot of characters that can end up looking the same depending on the artist. Her outfit is kind of a dead giveaway, so no matter what, like the artist decided to make her look like, the outfit always shows that she's Zatanna. I'd say the last thing I like about the character is the potential. One reason I'm definitely liking this new comic so far is because it feels like it's just about her, which means we get to explore all the things connected to her world. Similarly, that was for a comic that was for a more younger audience, but that I enjoyed anyway, told a fun story behind the lore of her house. So yeah, with magic there are some fun angles, and with Zatanna's personality, it will avoid being too dreary, even if like the themes get heavier. Anyway, I'm not gonna bore anyone with headcanons, although I suppose that would also help you fall asleep. But before I wrap up, I'd also like to add that if we were to ever see Zatanna in live action, beyond I think she had like a appearance in Smallville, I would hope that whoever was behind it would be able to capture everything I talked about and tell a good story while doing it, without adding in too many other characters from the DC universe that she's often paired up with. To me, Zatanna can stand on her own. Moving on though, as per usual, leave a like if you like, maybe subscribe for more nerdy rambling, and as always, have a good one.